Hello everyone and welcome to this new practice dedicated to Satya, the second of the Yamas in the Yoga Sutra. In our last session, we explored truth as a lived experience, not something imposed, a way of aligning our inner world with our outer actions, a practice of integrity, coherence, and presence. We saw that speaking the truth begins with feeling it through the body, through the breath, and through the quiet spaces within. Today, I invite you to explore another dimension of Satya, the dimension of communication, truth in expression, and truth in silence. In the Yoga Sutra, Satya is often paired with Ahimsa, non-violence. This pairing reminds us that truth must always be guided by kindness. As Swami Veda once said, truth cannot harm. It is the way we deliver it that can. And yet, we are almost never taught how to tell the truth. We are told that we should, but rarely shown the awareness, the vulnerability, and the gentleness it requires. Now, before we begin our restorative practice, I'd like to share 5 simple ways to approach truth, not as an idea to think about, but as something to feel, to live, and to express. First, speak your truth, not the truth. Satya is about expressing your own experience, your feelings, your needs, your boundaries. It's not about correcting or accusing, but about revealing yourself with authenticity. Speaking the truth means speaking in I rather than you. For example, I feel sad or hurt or frustrated after this conversation. This shift from you to I creates space for clarity and for healing. Second, harmonize your speech. According to George Furstein, translator of the Yoga Sutra, learning to harmonize our relationship is a prerequisite for yoga. That's Sutra 2.30. So Satya is not only about truth, it's about speech that connects, that clarifies, that restores trust. Telling the truth should not divide us, it should bring us closer. Third, remember that each person perceives their own truth. Our cultures, our ages, our stories, they all differ. Each of us see the mountain from a different point of view. There is no absolute truth, only a multiplicity of lived truth. Satya invites us to speak from the heart with kindness, recognizing that our perspective is simply one perspective among many. Fourth, practice Satya as a form of svadhyaya, self-study. Before you speak, take a deep breath and ask yourself what I am really feeling. What is my truth right now? When that truth is acknowledged inside, your words become simple, grounded, and sincere. Speaking from that place is already a form of yoga. And fifth, before you speak, you can ask yourself 3 questions inspired by the Buddhist tradition. Is it true? Is it useful? Is it kind? Speaking truth doesn't mean being harsh, it means offering clarity with respect, with listening, and with gentleness. These 5 reflections are like inner checkpoints, a compass for your communication, and an invitation to embody Satya. The pose we will explore today is Supta Virasana, the reclined hero's pose. It is a pose of deep yet supported opening, one that unites courage and vulnerability, 2 essential qualities for living Satya. The hero, Vira, here symbolizes the quiet strength of the heart, but the kind of strength that doesn't seek to convince, but chooses to remain open even in the face of discomfort. In its supported reclining pose, Supta Virasana opens the entire front body, the belly, the chest, the throat, the areas connected to breath, expression, and truth. It is a pose that teaches to stay open without effort, to let the breath flow freely, and to listen without reacting, just as we would in any true communication. It reminds us that truth does not need to be imposed. It can simply settle in gently when the body and the heart are ready to receive it. Today, let this pose become your teacher, a space where support and openness coexist, just as honesty and compassion can merge in the rhythm of a single breath. I will now demonstrate the pose. So you will start with two blocks and one brick, one on top of the other, near the top of the mat. Then you will place a bolster across them at about a 45-degree angle. This creates an inclined support for your spine. If your bolster feels too soft, place one or two blankets on top to make it more firmer, more supportive for your back. Then you will add a blanket for your head. Place a standard blanket folded into two layers. The higher layer will support your head with the thickest edge placed just under the seventh cervical vertebra, the base of your neck, and the lower layer should rest under the top of your shoulder blades. Then place a standard blanket on your mat. To slightly lift your ankles and tuck the thinner edge under your ankle joints to reduce stiffness. Now, kneel astride the brick. Facing away from the bolster. Keep your legs hips width apart. This alignment protects your sacroiliac joints. Let your chins rest on the blanket with your feet extending just beyond its edges. Gently draw your calf muscle toward your heels to create more space for the knees, easing any tension. Then slowly lower yourself to sit on the brick. Now recline back and allow your torso to rest on the bolster. Your head and your shoulders supported by the folded blankets. If you have any sensitivity or injury in the knees or in the ankles, simply extend your legs. Forward instead. You will still receive the benefits of openness through the chest and front body. Then adjust the standard blankets under your head, rolling its outer edge gently around the neck, the head, and the shoulders. And if you wish, you can add another blanket and wrap it around your arms to support your elbow and your upper arms like this. But before, add the night bag on your eyes in order to reduce the sensory input. So now I will guide you with my voice for about 5 minutes, and then I will let you continue the relaxation in silence until you hear the bells ring once. But at any time, you can come out from the pose. In this case, you will put your dominant hand near your back and the non-dominant hand under your head with the elbow near your head, and then with a breath in, you will come out from this pose. So take a moment to set up the pose. Your chins rest on the folded blanket. Your torso is supported by the bolster. Your head is gently cradled, and your belly is free. Close your eyes and feel the weight of your pelvis releasing, the support of the earth beneath you, and the steadiness of all the props holding your body. Allow your shoulders to soften, your arms to relax gently, your hands to rest over your belly. Your body anchors and settles. Nothing to do, nothing to achieve, just being here. Now bring your awareness to your breath. Don't control it. Simply observe it as it is. Notice the inhale, expanding the back of the body, then the sides, and finally the front. And the exhale, drawing you inward, toward stillness, toward the ground. And begin to observe the sensation within your body, the points of contact with the props, the areas of support, and the spaces that feel suspended. Feel the gentle opening through the front body, as if each breath were creating a little more room to breathe, to feel, to receive. Notice the physical sensation of your breath. What movements does it awaken? Which areas soften as you breathe? Your mind begins to settle as you simply follow the natural rhythm of your breath. Let your inner gaze soften. If there is tension, an emotion, or memory, welcome it with the same tenderness you would offer to a dear friend. Everything becomes softer, slower. Let these words become your inner rhythm, softer, slower. Each breath deepens, each heartbeat slows. Soften your breath, soften your inner dialogue, and feel the peace settling in. The breath flows freely, heart feels lighter, everything becomes simple. And in this slowness and this softness, you may touch gratitude. And remember, everything always works out in the end. Even when things seem complicated, you can remain at the center, calm, steady, connected to life itself. I'll now leave you to continue resting on your own. At any moment, you may come out of the pose if you feel the need. Stay in this vibrant silence. Let your body learn this rhythm. Take a deep breath in through the nose, then exhale. Place your dominant hand on the floor near your back and your other hand behind your head, your elbow close to your face. On an inhale, slowly come up to a seated position using your hands for support. Then bring your hands forward to the floor, coming briefly into Uttanasana to protect your knees. And place your hands on the tops of your side, and with an inhale, come gently up to standing. And with your eyes closed, take a few moments to feel the effects of this practice on your body, your mind, and your emotions. And carry with you this simple blessing. I wish you few words and more gratitude. Namaste.